Hi friends, it's Ms. Amalia from the Trenton Veterans Memorial Library saying thank you for coming to our Try It Thursday today. Today's project is a particularly sugary one. We're going to turn some graham crackers and candy into a house for a Peep. You could also make it a house for a bunny or if you'd like. To begin, we're going to get our pieces together. So what I need, I have parchment paper lining my workstation. I'm going to put it on a plate for today just because I want to be able to move it back and forth without worrying too much about breaking it. But then if I break it, I can just eat it. So win-win. We need some graham crackers. You really need 3 of these sheets and just break them in half so that you have that there. And it's like, oh, I guess I'm taking another piece. So I'm going to put that one to the side and make another one up in just a moment. And then, so I have 1, 2, should have about 6 pieces in total to make my house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to grab the other one and also show you the other things that I have for decoration. Pretty much anything that you might find in the candy aisle these days. So jelly beans, robin eggs, M&Ms that are shaped like robin eggs but aren't. Dots. I didn't have any grass that you would use for your Easter basket. Instead, I just did shredded paper. I'm not going to eat this one, so it should be okay. And just as a note, these graham crackers can last pretty well for about a few days outside of their wrapping. They get a little soft, so it's up to you whether you want to eat them right away or you want to wait a few days, or however you would like to go about doing that. It's a fun STEM project because you're using, well, it's a STEAM project. You're using science, technology, hey, look at that, science, technology, art, and all else to kind of make yourself a house for your Peep. It's a fun project for any age. If you feel like you'd want to make one ahead of time for the young people to decorate the house, you're welcome to do that. It's kind of fun just to build and then make a mess and enjoy the mess. So to begin, what I want to do is create a house, and I need a base piece, so this one will work. You may notice that they're not exactly square, they're rectangles, so you want to line them up correctly. I'm going to flip this one over so I have more of the less raised edge on top, and then add your cement, which in this case is the Wilton icing. Royal icing also works great. You want something that will stabilize. This actually will take some time to dry, so do 3 sides, leaving an opening for your Peep. For my one that I was working on just a few minutes ago, well, actually about 15-20 minutes ago, I let it rest for about 15 minutes. And then what I'm going to do is try to keep sort of all on one side and do the edges on this one. It will get kind of messy, so if you want to keep a wet paper towel handy. And again, I want to do 3 sides. I'm going to build a roof, but I'm going to try to see where I want to add the cement, so to speak, to it. So this one will go here. Just hold it down. You can use your fingers to scrape, or if you have a little plastic knife to scrape. So here we go with that one. Let me grab a napkin. Yeah, it's a little messy. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to put it on this side over here. Again, you want to make sure it's a rectangle, and well, you know what? Decide how you want it to be. If you want it to be tall, go tall. If you want it to be wide, go wide. So we're going to add another 3 to our piece. And let's see, ugh, a little messy. But that's okay, it is icing. And feel free to adjust it as you're working with it. So, and then kind of smoothen cracks there too, as you're going around. The reason why I also put it on a plate was so I can move it without worrying too much for the process of this video. Okay, so another one I want to do, I'm going to put the 3 sides, but instead of, actually just 2 sides. Because I just want to, yep, I'm sorry, because it's on the side. And this one's actually a little cracked, but I think it should be okay. So I'm just going to put it on this side like that, the bottom, and then, oh, this is the side, and this is the bottom. It's also a great opportunity to talk about directions as you're making these. Let's see. Another recommendation for the graham crackers is try to get the ones that are a little bit more sturdy and stable. This one already has a crack in it, but here we go. The house needs some repair. So there it is, 3 sides. And the next thing we're gonna, oh, I think this side needs some more cement, because I also like to say frosting. And then you can let it sit for about 15 minutes, at least this part, because we're gonna make the roof in just a minute. You can see there's a spot that needs some rehabilitation, and that's okay. So our roof is really simple. You're gonna take one of those pieces, another one of those pieces, try to line them up so that you have the rectangle shape that you want. We're not gonna put it on here right now. So just get yourself another line. If you decide to use your own frosting, a handy trick is to take a plastic bag, fill it up with the frosting of your choice. Let's say royal icing, which is a really strong icing. Fill that bag with the icing and then cut off the end of, or one of the corners of it, and then just use that as a piping. So we're gonna put that together there and let that dry for about 15-20 minutes or longer. I've seen some people say, or I've heard some people say, and up to an hour, and that's okay too. And I'm gonna skip ahead. Let's just say I went 15 minutes waiting, because I just want to show you basically how to attach it. I have one ready-made that I'm going to show you. So all you do is you put your icing on one side and your icing on the other side, and then hope that it stays stable while you're on camera, and see what happens next. Ta-da! Oh no! Again, very important very important to remember to give yourself about 15 minutes of, oh no, there it goes. See? Learn from my example. Give yourself about 15-20 minutes to let it dry and stabilize. Half an hour, entirely up to you. So I'm gonna pause right here, and then I'm gonna show you my next one. The nice thing about making these Peeps houses is that you can always eat your mistakes, if you'd like. If you don't want to, that's okay too, but it kind of adds to the fun. This is one that I completed and was able to wait. And it has a nice little house, it's got its roof, it's got walls that are stable-ish. And what I'm gonna do next is decorate. I will take my Peep. Ta-da, one of my little Peeps. The other thing that you could do if you have it, I didn't, so I just made do with some shredded paper. If you want to make a little nest in here, like so, or not, that's entirely up to you again. And then, I'm not crazy with how that looks. So let's see if we can get that to go the way I want it to be. Good enough. Well, let's just take care of that one and that one. And we're gonna add one of our Peeps in here. Did I put it in right? Oh. There we go. And now you can decorate as your heart desires. If you want to add stuff to the roof, good idea. I haven't tested the stability of this one, so we're gonna find out how it turned out. So you just dot it with your cement, also known as icing. Let's see if I have something fairly light. How about we try a jelly bean? Ta-da! Oh no, don't slide, don't slide. It's an excellent opportunity to talk about gravity. That's not too bad. Look, it's staying. I'll put some orange one there and another yellow one up here. And keep working my way down this particular. How fun is that? I'm going to try the other side. Oh. Oh no, wrong spot, but that's okay. I can push it to that one. If you'd like to, you might want to use this as decoration for Easter or as a craft that you can do with all the leftover candy that you may have gotten. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. If you want, you can make an entire set of houses for a Peep family. See, do orange here. Hopefully I'll have enough of the same colors. Does not look like I do though, but that's all right. I think that yellow one there is going to slide down. Sometimes it's nice to be wrong. I think we're going to be finishing this one up shortly now that I have the groundwork done for it. Oh no, I didn't have enough of the same color. I think it'll be just fine. And then what I'm going to do next, I think I want to put some dots around it. Oh no, one of the things I forgot to do was to add the robin's eggs. If you have a particular favorite candy for this time of year, you can definitely incorporate that. This is just what I had available to me. So it's kind of like a little garden behind it. Candy garden, if you will. So yeah, you can just keep going with this project and add as little or as much as your sugar, your candy level tolerates. Oh yeah, so I forgot to add my robin's eggs. I think I'm gonna have my Peep sit on them. Because why not? And ta-da, a house fit for a Peep. Well, thank you, my friends, for joining me on this very sugary and kind of messy Try It Thursday. I hope you had fun watching it. If you do end up making this craft, as always, I'd love to see it. You can post it underneath this link or this video. You can send it to us via our social media or our email, whichever you prefer to do. But thank you again for stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.